The Mayan Empire by Melina Garcia, Mira Rodriguez, Ruby Van Heist, and Grace Webb. Background information. Political. The Mayans had one hierarchical government that was ruled by kings and priests. Economical. They had a prestige trading system that dates back to the Middle Preclassic period, 1000 BC. Art. Mayan art was formed between societies in the Yucatan Peninsula and consists of sculpting and clay. Geography. The Maya were spread between southern Mexico and Central America in countries like Honduras, Guatemala, etc.
3 characteristics that made the Mayan Empire great. The Mayans were extremely advanced for their time. Their knowledge/study of astronomy helped them create a calendrical system, which you can see a rendition of at the bottom left. The Mayans also mastered the concept of zero. Their knowledge in multiple areas advanced their civilization because since they were more knowledgeable, they could complete more tasks and figure out solutions for their problems. Also, the Mayans developed a writing system containing hieroglyphics and symbols which advanced their civilization because it allows for the spread of information which unifies the empire. You can see an image of some of their hieroglyphics at the top left. Another characteristic that made the Mayan Empire a great world power was their farming system. It allowed them to survive in their climate. They used a slash-and-burn method to clear the rainforest to create arable land to farm. They planted things such as corn/maize, beans, and squash. This provided sustenance for a long time and heavily improved the empire and made it stronger.
The last reason for the Mayan Empire downfall was environmental factors, such as climate change, drought, and crop failure. Another factor that compensated for the downfall of the empire is rising sea levels and intense droughts, as well as the erosion of soil. But these environmental factors did not lead to the downfall. The way that the Mayans responded and reacted led to the collapse and downfall, because they did not know how to handle the disasters or handle what was going on in those situations. Another reason for the collapse of the Mayan Empire was overpopulation. The overpopulation of the Mayan Empire was estimated at a range of 3 million to 11 million Maya inhabited in different areas. With that large of an amount of people, it is most likely that it causes scarcity of resources. With scarcity of resources, it further destabilized societies and city-states. The Mayans did not have one central leader. They were unified into small and larger city-states. The city-states would fight constantly. Some of the city-states that were indulged into warfare were Tikio, Kakakamul, and Kakakoa. These large city-states would war upon one another or upon smaller city-states frequently. The larger city-states would fight for political power and to gain more population by taking over smaller city-states. This created hunger for power as well as a constant violence, which stood in the way of evolving of each community.
Mayan city-states and U.S. states are similar in terms of how they operated. They governed themselves for the most part. While Mayan city-states went to war for political power, U.S. states tend to elect representatives from different parties to fight for them. This could lead to the collapse of the U.S. because many simple bills can't be agreed upon or go through due to the constant fight for political power. Overpopulation is another big factor that will lead to the collapse of the U.S. In the Mayan Empire, resources were getting spread thin, which eventually led to starvation and war. In the U.S., larger cities like New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago are becoming more and more cramped with people, and things like food deserts are becoming more prevalent. The cost of living in these larger cities is also becoming more and more expensive, leading to higher homeless rates, which puts more people at risk for things like disease and death. Climate change. Climate change is becoming a bigger and bigger problem in the U.S. and is one of the biggest reasons for possible collapse. For the Mayan Empire, climate change was dangerous because it caused severe droughts, which became one of the main reasons why the Mayans could no longer support their population. For the United States, however, climate change is causing more frequent natural disasters and droughts in southwestern states. Aside from natural disasters becoming more frequent, they're also becoming stronger. This is causing disasters like hurricanes to become even more dangerous than before and is taking more lives. As for droughts in southwest states like Arizona and Nevada, it's raising the cost of living due to water bills becoming more expensive. Crops that are grown there may also start to suffer as well.